Hi, everyone. Welcome to another The Deciding Factor podcast extra segment. This is not the normal podcast, but I am John.
And I am Barb.
And together we're going to have a show without Alton once again, because guess what he's doing again? Playing in the snow. Hopefully he won't spend $30,000 on a helicopter ride this time, but
guess better be sledding if there's going to be that.
Yes. So a lot has been going on lately. We've gotten a lot of feedback from people, including the ones that just want to argue random stuff and not have any good points. But it's okay. We want it. We like hearing it. So stay tuned, stay in touch, and get ready, because this is the Deciding Factor Extra.
Bringing you their thoughts on today's news and current events. Coming to you from Austin, Texas, this is the Deciding Factor Extra with your hosts, Alton Hill and John Herzog.
Okay, Barb, let's do it. What do you got?
Okay, today we're playing Would You Rather. Okay.
Alton's favorite game.
His favorite game, and it feels like a good distraction from the week that all of us have had, except for Alton, who's playing in the snow. What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't figured out what I'm thinking about this week so far, so we'll see.
Well, I'll tell you what to think about. You should think about, would you rather climb Everest or rappel down a waterfall?
Ew. I kind of want to do the Everest thing, but it's much easier to just take the waterfall than do the whole Everest thing. In fact, there's a lot of people that have died trying to do that. So
what's appealing about the Everest thing? To me, it's just like, wow. Somebody told me a theory once that, we only have that our bodies have the capacity for a certain number of breaths in a lifetime, right? And so when I think about that, I'm like, why on earth would I go running or climb Everest? Like, way to burn through your breaths, right? No?
I don't know. I mean, there's people want to be at the tallest point in the world, and I don't know. I just don't. I'd rather be doing other stuff. So get it over with. Go down the waterfall.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I just thought it sounded like more fun, but yeah, I agree. Waterfall. What about, would you rather be invisible or telepathic?
Actually, you know what? Let's go back to that question. If it's Niagara Falls, would you still go down Niagara Falls? Because I think that turns me into an Everest guy at that point.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I guess I was assuming that it was some kind of a tall something. I mean, comparable waterfall. Not like.
I mean, if it was a waterfall like in Hawaii, those little ones that you've seen, okay. But if you try to go down Niagara, that's a different scenario.
But compared to Everest, to my knowledge, you still don't need oxygen to go down Niagara Falls. People have gone down in barrels. How bad could it be?
Yeah, but you got to hope the line doesn't break. You don't get knocked out by the current. I mean, never mind.
I'm sorry.
Bad choice. Either way.
Waterfall.
All right. Sorry about that. What's the next one?
So what you're saying is option C, Netflix and chill. Okay. Okay. Would you rather be invisible or telepathic?
Oh, dang.
And you said I didn't do my homework.
I'm going to let you go first on this one. Man.
I would choose invisible, because I figure it's like the difference between getting to hear what people are thinking and getting to see everything they don't want you to see. I would rather see what I am not supposed to see and figure out the thoughts from there. To me, it sounds oppressive to have the ability to hear everyone's thinking.
I think I would do too many illegal things if I could be invisible. So I should probably stick with the telepathic.
Think illegal. So really, John, what kind of illegal things would you do if you were invisible?
I'll plead the fifth, but just in case I somehow become invisible at some point, I don't want you to know it was me.
You know what? I'm going to assume if I see a weird rise in crime in the Austin, Texas area, and you haven't shown up on Facebook in a few days. Like, yep.
But I mean, think about all the things you could do if you could do telepathic things. You could really help a lot of people, right? So let's say you were an attorney and you were having to put some guy in jail. You could know what's going on in their head. That way you could catch them in their lies or whatever it may be. And you could just rule the world.
Or if you're invisible, you can see that they were the criminal and just go push them off a cliff and it's done. Like legal system, Schmeagol's missed
But
them.
that means you have to be there to catch it. I can
Mm.
catch stuff after the fact, right?
Only if they're thinking about it, though, right? I mean,
And then, like, if your spouse is cheating on you, you can be like, "Have you cheated on me?" And then you'll know the truth.
I think that sounds awful.
I don't know that I want to know that truth, though.
I was going to say I would much rather be lied to in this case. I want to preserve the ability to be lied to. Okay. Would you rather have a pet elephant or a pet shark?
I would go with the shark. Because
Why?
then you can contain it. If you get an elephant, man, there's too much to worry about with that one. Yeah.
I would have said elephant coming
Really?
and going. Yeah, you get to have a ride downtown. You get to have probably help washing your car. They're way cuter than sharks, and it's less likely to eat me when I try to feed it.
But see, with sharks, you just throw stuff into the tank. You don't have to be there and hand feed it. So the deal with the elephants, though, you clearly haven't seen when elephants go crazy at circuses and things like that. Growing up, I used to love elephants, and then you'd ride them at the circus or whatever. But then all of a sudden, I saw a video as a kid of an elephant that ended up going berserk while doing one of these rides and ended up killing a few people and scarred me for life. So I'm like, stay the hell away from elephants.
Okay, well, see, I was going to say the same thing about sharks, but I feel like, like statistically, they've killed a lot more people in the arms and the horror. I mean, how many horror movies have been made about elephants? Seriously.
Okay, but
Dumb.
a shark is going to be contained in an area. I'm not going to go swimming in the tank with the shark.
I kind of feel like if you were nuts enough to get a pet shark in the first place, you would probably totally go swimming with it.
Maybe, but I
I'm
doubt it.
just saying. Okay, on to the next question. Sorry. Okay. Would you rather gargle Everclear or swallow straight cinnamon?
Gargle Everclear. I would just do the Everclear. The cinnamon thing, you cannot actually complete that challenge. The teaspoonful of cinnamon, you can't do it. If you can do it, I want to see the video of you actually completing that.
Dude, you were there. You were talking to somebody else, but in my time in Texas, I was handed the teaspoon of cinnamon.
No. You had a pinch. You didn't have a full teaspoon.
She filled the spoon like she's shaking it out in front of me. Okay, you know what? I'm leaving this to the listeners. When you play Truth or Dare with someone of the 6-year-old persuasion, I don't think they undermeasure.
Oh, no, but they did. You really got to do it. I did it. So I have a video somewhere about me doing it to my 2 girls. Oh, man, they lasted 5 seconds.
See, what amazes me, though, really, is that after everything we've learned about each other, you would still make a bet like that against me. That just feels...
But this is this doesn't actually go hand in hand with your superpower that you have, because this is you trying to ingest something that is virtually impossible to do once you meet a certain threshold.
Right. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Next time.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Everclear, though. Although you're right. Why gargle if you could swallow? Okay. Would you rather have to wear the same pair of socks for a month or wear flip-flops to work for a week?
Wow. My flip-flops get kind of smelly either way, so I think I'm kind of screwed in either aspect. I guess I'm going to go with the socks because at least I can try to cover it up by wearing a shoe over top of it. But yeah.
If I had $1 million, I would never wear the same pair of socks twice. Which is probably why I don't have $1 million. That would be an unwise.
Do you have like a fungus growing you don't want to tell us about?
No, I just love the feeling of new socks. To me, like
really?
Yeah, I do. I'd love putting on new socks. It's a fantastic feeling to me. So to have to put on rerun socks.
Oh man, I like stuff that's been broken in. So it's like, like underwear, it's got to completely fall apart before I turn them in.
Where do you turn in underwear that's fallen apart? Do I want to know this?
Yeah, Goodwill, right?
Wow, that's gross. Okay, so we'll turn up thrift shopping. Okay. Well, speaking of, would you rather do the laundry or clean the bathroom?
So I hate laundry.
Why?
And lucky for me, my wife doesn't mind doing laundry, but she hates mowing the yard, doing trash, or cleaning a toilet. So I'm like, got it. I'll do it. So, come summertime, I regret my decision on that because mowing the yard in 100+ degree temperature sucks. And then, of course, we'll get a rain and then everything will grow 2 feet overnight. So
Why do you hate laundry though?
I don't like folding laundry. I don't like taking the time to put it up and wash stuff. I think we do it every 3 or 4 days. Like, it's so stupid. It happens so much.
You would make a terrible housewife, John.
I guess that's why I haven't found that man yet.
I guess, yeah. I was curious though, because my husband also is not a fan of doing laundry, but for him, he's like, it's exhausting on a different level. I mean, the man works with machinery and farming all day long, big muscle things, but he comes back and he's like, folding the sock, it's the fine motor skill required in the repetitive folding, drives him nuts.
Hey, so on the same kind of topic, why is there all these options for finding sugar daddies, but there's hardly any talk about sugar mamas, especially in a world where women want to take over everything?
That's a
Be
great
independent. Come on. Why can't I get a sugar mama very easy?
I feel
Besides the fact that I'm married, of course,
Right. Yeah, I was going to say that, but no, you're probably just looking in the wrong places. You got to find it.
Place.
Funerals come to mind. I think that if I wanted to go meet, someone that was loaded and would be looking for someone to take care of, that's probably where I'd look. Like, so read the obituaries, It's all about the money. I don't think the age should matter so much. Have we taken a turn? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, although I have a feeling that even the sugar daddy thing is, it's not very feminist, is it? It's not practical, but not very correct. Oh, well, indeed. All right.
History.
Would you rather take a nail gun to the leg or a fish hook to the arm?
Oh my gosh.
I feel funny asking this of you, who I know can't stand like a polite blood draw needle.
Yeah, I don't like needles at all. I have to stab myself once every other week, and that sucks. So I really think if I shot myself in the leg with a nail gun, I'd hit the artery that's in your leg, and then I'd bleed out. Or even worse luck, I end up hitting no artery and it breaks my bone or penetrates it. And so I'd have to go with the fish hook in the arm, but those things can suck trying to get those out, especially once it goes past the barb. Get it, Barb?
Yep. I'm familiar with yeah. Yeah. You have a really glass half full look on these totally negative, tragic questions. You know that? Like, I was just thinking the instantaneous pain. Like, what's more painful? A nail gun to the leg. But you're like, no, probably going to bleed out.
What's funny?
It's going to be 8 weeks in traction. I'm like, wow, you think through things a lot more than I do. I was just going to say what I've learned through getting tattoos is that your arms are a lot less sensitive than your legs. And so, I was going to say fish hook to the arm just because it would generally hurt less.
Well, see, I got a fish hook in the finger and that sucked. I had to go to the ER to get it removed. It went down to the bone. So that was fun. But the other story I'd tell you about the nail gun, though, is growing up, me and my dad, we would have these little questions because I annoyed the hell out of them and would never shut up. But the questions would always be something weird, like if you were given $1 million to take a nail gun to the leg, would you do it? And he would just, absolutely do it. And in my head, I'm sitting here going, well, it's not that quick of a decision for me. I'm going to have to think about this one.
You definitely do the pro and con list very well. That's impressive. So you keep acting like when I bring these questions up, like it's something weird. You've been doing this your whole life. I'm done being called weird. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't need everybody to know I'm this weird.
Okay. Now, speaking of weird, would you rather go back to high school or get the COVID vaccine?
Oh, man. Well, one's quick. The others, do we have to go for the full 4 years?
I think yes. Both could probably leave you sterile if you do it right.
Well, as long as I can still join the football team, then I'm going to choose high school.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, not football for me, but yeah, I would rather.
Awesome, though. Just like stiff arming every little kid out on the field. Yeah, take that.
It's not weird. Okay, last question. Last question. Would you rather listen to Vanilla Ice on repeat for an entire weekend or have C-SPAN on while you're trying to eat dinner?
Just C-SPAN, rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with. You cannot listen to Vanilla Ice all weekend long on repeat. No. Yeah, sorry, Vanilla Ice. You're not that great.
No. And both would drive you insane. But you're right. It's a relativity thing. Like how much faster you want to go there. Actually, I like, not C-SPAN per se, but my favorite show to turn on if I want to fall asleep is The West Wing. There's something about democratic politics that it puts me out like nothing. It's very soothing. I'll wake up and they're still talking and it still doesn't really, like anything they say doesn't really matter, but boy, great naps. So I assume C-SPAN would be the same way. That's my last question. Thank you guys for joining us for Would You Rather?
Yep. Make sure you stay tuned for more The Deciding Factor extra segments, as well as our normal podcast. And hopefully fairly soon, we'll have another crazy story from Alton on his trips. So we'll see you next time. Say bye.
Bye.
This has been another episode of The Deciding Factor Extra, giving you food for thought on real-life issues. Be sure to click, like, and subscribe to this podcast, as well as all your big social media outlets, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Don't forget to check out our website, thedecidingfactorpodcast.com, and give us comments and feedback. Until next time, stay safe and keep an open mind.